So, one of our people on my Facebook asked me about orbs and what about are they and do they actually exist or whatnot. So my name's Ken Mason. I'm a psychic medium. Um, I've been doing this for 29 years, and I usually come online and I like to discuss these phenomenons or give some ideas of what I think these things are. I tend to be very skeptical about a lot of things. I'm not a type of person who's just going to jump in and say, "Hey, my God." So I like to analyze these things and whatnot. So orbs are a little bit on the strange side, simply because there's a huge debate about them, and I can honestly say that I have seen them. I can honestly say that there's a very distinct way of knowing whether it's an orb or not. So let me give you some examples. Orbs will move in a very specific way. If you have an insect or if you have dust or whatnot, it goes with the wind, right? Or a bug will just go in a direction that you can expect a bug to, or a bug to react. So the one thing that got a couple examples here. I have there was a church in England. I forgot exactly where it was where they videotaped this, and there was an orb, and the orb kind of they showed it from the top of the church and right up facing towards the priest, and there's nobody in the room, but they showed an orb coming out of the back door, and the orb would come out of the door. It would do an immediate left, go to the pews and go then turn a right and go right down between the pews. So insects usually don't do that. They usually don't have a complete left and a complete right and straight out of the church. Anything that's kind of an insect will always flow around, right? They're not direct changes. So and that's kind of an idea of whether this is a ghost or a spirit. And recording forward, let's look at the difference between a ghost and a spirit. So a ghost is an energy source that is a reminder or repeats itself. You always have maybe these stories of people keep seeing this ghost doing exactly the same thing all the time. That is an energy source. That's just a memory. The spirit is obviously an actual person or soul that will change what it's doing. It talks to you. It's just like a normal human being. So another example I had was we had one of our people that was, when we were doing a paranormal investigation, we had one of the people that was there, and he sat down. He was tired, and he said, he had a sore knee and whatnot. And I don't have a video of it, unfortunately. But I saw one person that he was sitting there and he kind of fell asleep, and we saw the video. And so we saw this orb come out in the video, and he kind of went out and just kind of went to his knee and just stood on his knee. And so, okay, maybe this insect, goes sitting on his knee, kind of going what the insect would do. And then, he stood up and the orb disappeared. And he kind of looked at me, says, sorry, I had a nap and whatnot. I said, oh, no problem. And I asked him, says, so how's your knee feel? And he says, pretty good. He says, not sore anymore? He says, no, strangely, no, it's not sore. And so we can carry it on. And then, of course, we saw the video and going, okay, so maybe this was a healing spirit that came up to him and healed his, healed his knee. And we have so many different, things that we see at, how do we know it's an orb? How do we not know it's an orb? And the one thing that you really have to identify with an orb is, what is it actually doing? What, does it turn? How does it turn? We've seen orbs with faces in them. Again, that's kind of hard to distinguish because, our minds will make things of what we see. We'll actually create faces. But in the end, it really will be up to you to decide, does it move the way that dust would move? Does it move the way an insect would move? If if the wind is going one way and this orb is going the opposite way, then obviously, you have to kind of think about it. And that's the best I can describe orbs. Orbs, again, being challenged by pretty much everybody. A lot of people agreeing to them, a lot of people not agreeing to them. And like I said, it really, it has to make an action that is more human than it is dust or animal. And if you have that, then that's what an orb is. So anyway, I hope that made sense to you guys in one way or another. So I'll talk to you later. Take care. Bye.